Once upon a time, in a quiet village in Italy, a local chef named Maria decided to make meatballs that tasted like home. With patient hands, she mixed the meat, added a bit of bread, cheese, and herbs from her garden, and smiled as she remembered her childhood. When the aroma of the meatballs filled the tomato sauce, everyone knew this wasn't an ordinary dish. Now it's our turn. We're going to make this traditional Italian meatball together, just like Maria did, with care and heart. Maria first walked over to the basket of vegetables and picked up a large white onion, one that still carried the scent of garden soil. She gently grated it, little by little, and the tears that rolled down her cheeks felt more like hidden smiles than the sting of the onion. Then, patiently, she squeezed out the onion juice, as if she didn't want even a single extra drop to throw off the balance of the meatball's flavor. She added the clear onion juice to the meat and mixed it with her hands that had learned the stories of cooking over many years. Then Maria gently sprinkled the breadcrumbs over the meat, as if letting a soft snowfall settle on her memories. She cracked the egg and carefully added it to the mixture, something to bind all the flavors together. Next came the spices and her favorite aromatic herbs: basil, parsley, a touch of thyme, each one a keepsake from a moment in her life. As she mixed everything together, their aroma filled the kitchen, and Maria knew the meatballs were no longer just food. They were ready to tell the story of the village. Maria then took some fresh, fragrant Parmesan cheese and gently added it to the meat, cheese that carried the scent of fresh milk and memories of old homes. She began mixing with her fork, first slowly, then with steady, loving movements, so that the meat, herbs, spices, and cheese blended together perfectly, as if each ingredient had a story to tell, and she was carefully placing them side by side. When she pulled her hands away, a soft, fragrant mixture lay before her, smelling of home in the summer days of the village. Maria smiled and whispered under her breath, "Now these meatballs are ready to warm anyone's heart and tell our story." After the meat mixture was smooth and fragrant, Maria used her gentle hands to shape it into small balls. Each meatball was round and firm, yet soft in her hands, like tiny guardians of flavor and memory. When she had shaped them all, she carefully set the balls aside, each one waiting to be immersed in the tomato sauce and carry the story of the Italian village with every bite. Maria then placed the meatballs one by one into the hot oil. The gentle sizzle echoed through the kitchen, and a tempting aroma filled the air. She carefully turned each meatball, making sure all sides became golden and perfectly cooked, as if each one were a tiny sun shining in the pan. When the frying was done, the meatballs, golden and fragrant, were ready to be gently simmered in the tomato sauce and bring the true taste of home to the table. After the meatballs were fried, it was time to make the sauce for this delicious dish. Maria picked up a fresh onion and carefully chopped it, piece by piece, letting its sweet and gentle aroma fill the kitchen. Each piece of onion seemed ready to give life to the sauce and complete the story of the meatballs. Thank you for always following Sepi Food with attention and supporting us. Every like, every view, and every bit of support you give is a great encouragement for us, giving us the energy to share our delicious dishes and stories with even more love and care. Your support is the heart of this journey and inspires us to be better and more creative every day. Maria poured the chopped onions into the pan and began sautéing them. The gentle heat of the oil slowly softened the onions, filling the kitchen with their sweet aroma. She stirred them gently with a spoon, making sure none would burn, so that all would become soft and golden, ready to form a delicious base for the sauce. After the onions were ready, Maria turned to the carrots and carefully chopped them, each small, neat piece ready to add its natural, sweet flavor to the sauce. The carrots shone like tiny jewels in her hands, waiting to combine with the onions and bring fresh color and life to the sauce. As you know, carrots, with all their vitamins, can be very beneficial for children, and thinking of this, Maria happily added them to the sauce. After chopping the carrots, Maria added them to the golden onions and patiently began sautéing them. The gentle heat slowly softened the carrots, and their aroma blended with the sweet scent of the onions. She stirred everything gently with a spoon, ensuring the ingredients were well combined and ready to form a flavorful, fragrant base for the sauce. Next, Maria added the tomato paste to the pan and sautéed it briefly, allowing its raw aroma to cook off and giving the sauce a bright, appealing color. Then, carefully, she added salt, pepper, and a touch of turmeric, and sautéed again so that all the flavors could blend together, creating a colorful, fragrant, and delicious sauce ready to welcome the fried meatballs. Now it was time for the lemon juice. Maria picked a fresh lemon, cut it in half, and carefully poured its juice over the sauce. The mild tartness and fresh aroma of the lemon brightened the flavor of the sauce and filled the kitchen with its scent. Each drop seemed like a spark of joy, waiting to combine with the meatballs and create an extraordinary taste. Finally, Maria added fresh green peas to the sauce, their bright color and sweet flavor bringing a lively, delightful touch to the mix. She waited a little while for the peas to soften slightly in the gentle heat and blend with the other ingredients. Then, she carefully placed the fried meatballs into the sauce, one by one, each settling into its spot as if resting on a small bed of flavor and aroma. Maria put the lid on the pot and let everything simmer gently for 30 minutes, allowing the flavors to meld, the meatballs to become tender and juicy, and creating a rich, delicious sauce ready to delight anyone and leave a sweet memory of cooking in the Italian village. Now Maria's dish was fully cooked and ready to eat. The delightful aroma of the sauce, the golden and green colors of the meatballs and peas, and the blend of all the flavors thrilled both the eyes and the heart. Maria smiled and tasted a small spoonful, and the familiar, heartwarming flavor of the village spread across her palate. Now it was everyone's turn to enjoy this traditional Italian dish and experience its story with every bite. To enjoy more exciting and delicious stories, please subscribe to the Sepi Food channel and join me on this journey. By doing so, you can stay updated on fun stories and tasty recipes, and we can explore the world of flavors and aromas together.